Hello again. I thought I'd do a part two so I can show you how to finish this mandala and some more ideas that you can use to put inside the little petals and stuff. I'll speed it up as I go along so you don't have to watch it all in real time. So sometimes what I would do, say I'm going to carry on from what we did the other day, so I might do this. This is something, a little pattern I use quite a lot. And then basically you're just trying to do them all the same and sort of going down. Some people draw a line so they do it more precisely. Probably a good idea. But it doesn't matter if they're not exactly the same shape every time. Obviously that is what you're aiming for, but you know, it always makes a good effect anyway. Right, I'll speed that up and I'll just do that bit now. Okay, so that's that bit done. Right, then, you know, you can kind of go for whatever you like. You could just start a line around here and then you could sort of just go out doing little petals again from there. It's much easier to turn the paper when you're doing, obviously, curved lines. So your arm doesn't go in those directions. Don't worry too much when you're starting to do these as well about being super neat, because obviously, like, the more you do it, the steadier your hand gets. Okay, so now I've done that, I might just start going out from here. So I'll do every other one of that. I'll just speed that up. Okay, as you can see, I had a little accident. From the words of Bob Ross, just a happy little accident. So, as I was saying in the last video, that it is easy to make mistakes. So, yes, I made a mistake. Okay, usually I'd probably just start again. But what I'm going to do for the purpose of the video is just like white line over it. To be honest, I've done this with some of my drawings in the past anyway, and carried on. Make, do and mend. So let's pretend that didn't happen. Uno momento. Right, so let's carry on like it didn't happen. Okay. So then you're going to go to this one. Easy mistake to make, and you'll probably do it hundreds of times if you carry on mandalaing. Right, so then I'll probably do the next one somewhere around here. It's also easy to go up to the wrong next line, so just watch out for that when you're doing it too. Obviously, like I was saying before as well, the smaller degrees of angle gap you use means it will be a little bit more like detailed and small and in depth. So yeah, da 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 da. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking on the spot. I don't usually make a plan for my mandalas, I just roll with it as I go. So maybe for this one I'm just going to go up to this top line here all the way around just to finish off the base outline. Cool. So there's your base outline of a mandala. And then we can start going into doing the actual little petals and sections. So you can do whatever you like, wherever you like, really. So what I'll do in the middle, I'm just going to do, I do this a lot, I just draw a sort of petal and then just keep overlapping them. Trying to sort of overlap them at the same distance. Again, it doesn't matter if it's not 100% accurate, because it's so detailed. If you make it really detailed, then it's like it will cover up where you're not. Okay, so we've got these little petals here to start with. What I'm going to start with is I'm just going to do some tiny little spirals on here. I'll just do that around the outside. Okay, so there you go. As you can see, it automatically looks neater as soon as you start filling in these sections. So like when you look at it initially, don't be like overcritical of it, if that makes sense, because as soon as you start, you'll make it look better basically. But also, yeah, don't, it's so easy to like get caught up looking online at people who are so much like, you know, that have got so much experience at doing whatever they do, and it's easy for it to be like demotivating rather than inspiring. But obviously loads of people who are really good at stuff have been doing it for a really long time. Like I remember I used to find it a bit daunting looking online at stuff and think, well, I'll never, you know, be able to do that. But you can, obviously you can improve anything you want to learn, can't you? So right, so here I'm just going to do some little lines around just to like mirror the next line on these little bits here. I'm doing it on every other one because they're shorter obviously, so I can do a different pattern on the other one. I'm not completely, not my most even work. Cool. So now I've done that, what I'm gonna do in these little bits is I'm gonna go and just do this pattern again, just on a slightly smaller scale. Cool. And then I'll do that all the way around, or just fast forward it. Cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to black in these bits. So that's why I did the little white line around the outside, so I'm not blacking it all the way up. So yeah, I'll just fast forward through that for you. Blackening out makes a big difference sometimes because it will just make it all stand out a bit more. So okay, so on to the next bit. On these bits, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of dots, a little line. I just like the effect it makes. Right, I'll fasten it up for you. Okay, so what will we do next? I'm going to do these little bits here. Dum, da, da, dum. What I like about mandalas is I think anyone can draw them. Because if you can use a pen to write a letter, you know, or just like even just draw anything, then I think as long as you've got capability to use a pen, then you've got the capability to make shapes with one. Like that's sort of why I started drawing them, because I would be clueless if I had to draw something real or realistic. So in here I'm just going to do I'm going to do more spirals, because I'm just a bit of a sucker for a spiral. Okay, so on to the next bit. Diddle-a-doo. In here, I'm going to do little ovally circly things. Just carry on, really, like this. The best way to try and do it straight is just always concentrate on trying to keep it the same distance away from the line before. It doesn't matter if it does a little wobble like that, it just, you know, gives it some personality. Right, I'll just do this one and then I'll speed it up to do the rest. Cool, so I'll do the rest of those there. Okay, so now, in these little bits, I'm just trying to, oh shit, oh god. Okay, so now we've done that, we will move on to these little bits. So this isn't, so obviously I'm just trying to show you sort of as many different ideas and techniques and bits you can put into them. So I like this design. You just do a couple coming out of there. Cool, let's speed that up. Okay, onto this bit. Right. This bit, I'm going to use the same idea as you on this one. So, I'm just going to draw a little oval. And then I'm just going to keep drawing them. If you just keep the middle, always go back to the same point in the middle. And try and go the same sort of gap apart here. So I'll do that around the outside. Okay, so that is more or less the basics. So yeah, from this beginning layout, you can kind of do whatever you like with it. And in all of these sections, you can put in whatever patterns you wish. Okay, I hope that helped. Thanks. Bye.